Hey, so here is a video on how you go ahead and line up a purchase price on the MLS with a monthly rental amount that your client gets from Home Partners. So once you have all that information and you're needing to set up their home search, you're going to go ahead, log into your dashboard. You're going to go to Agents, Rent Estimator. Always hit no if it's listed on the MLS. You're going to type in the address right here. And then from there, you're going to fill out this information. So you're going to look at the MLS and see what this information is, and then you're going to fill it in accordingly. So $395, this one's a 5.3, 2800. So annual HOA on this one, $238 quarterly. And then we're going to look at the property tax. So you're going to hit monsoon. You're going to go ahead and scroll all the way down, and then property tax. So this one's a new build, so it's not going to be a good example. So typically these will say about $1,000 to $2,100, kind of depending on the price point you're in. So a property this size in this area is going to be around $1,800 we can put for taxes. It's probably going to be a little on the high side, but I always do it a little higher than not. But again, typically that's going to be listed right here, and then you'll just pop in whatever the last tax year is. I just know that this is a newer home and that obviously taxes aren't $121. So we'll just update this accordingly. So after you plug in the information, the purchase price, the taxes, the HOA, and the other information it's asking you for. This one I know doesn't have a pool. There's really never a finished basement here. And then you're going to hit calculate. From there, it's going to go ahead and give you the payments year 1 through 5. You always just go through the first payment with your client. You don't have to run through year 1 through 5 with them. And they'll get paperwork that states everything so they know as well. And then from here to kind of plug and play with it. So say we go down to a little more standard taxes. We go around $1,400. That HOA will be pretty typical. And say we are at $395 again. So all we did was lower the taxes. So $2,290. So you can see it doesn't really start making a ton of difference there. So say we go ahead and the house is $400, and they're actually about to change it right now. So say we go ahead and we know they're at $500,000 for their list price. The monthly payment is going to be around $2,770. Again, taxes and HOA will affect that, but that's going to be a really good gauge. From here, say you go down to $400,000. So from $2,770 to $2,310. So you just dropped $100,000 and it went down a couple $100. So you can see the jumps aren't that huge. When we go down to $300,000, we'll do it now. Goes from $2,310 to $1,850. So a couple $100, but then you're taking it from those different brackets, right? Which definitely kind of makes it seem like it has a little bit of a difference there. When you go to $50,000. So that one's going to be $1,640. So you can start getting the gauge of what they're going to be like and kind of plug and play like I just did and start getting a feel for it. And then you'll start just kind of recognizing and noticing what the payments are once you start getting those amounts from Home Partners, and you'll know what to align it with in the MLS. And then if not, you always just come in here, you can kind of plug and play with it, put the max amount that you think they're going to be able to qualify for, check what that payment is, and then just make sure everything's going to align for them. Taxes and HOA, there can be a couple $100 difference really in both, and it's not going to change much at all. So it's more so the price on it, but taxes and HOA, definitely something you want to make sure and accurately input as well. Say the purchase price, we're going to go back to just a general $300,000, something more common for now. And say they, same property, same information, right? Say they don't have a pool, $1,850 is going to be the monthly payment. Say this one, all the exact same information, but they now do have a pool. So So it's going to jump it up to 2030. So that's something to be mindful of as well. It does go up about 150 to 200 when you do add a pool, and Home Partners does include monthly pool maintenance in those numbers. So if your client gets a property with a pool, it'll be serviced. They don't have to worry about it, but be mindful it is going to raise their payment when you input those numbers. So that's how you go ahead, you check for it, how you can kind of play around and get a gauge for what the numbers are. If you need anything, if you have any questions, just let us know.